it just not pleasing to the eye. No, I couldn't do it. So that's the gripe that I've got. I'm just like, oh, Uncle Sweating, no. No, thank you. No, thanks. Because remember, I went there for Jodeci. First things first, when they come on stage, I'm looking like, I know you ain't just rocked up like you're running to Sainsbury's. Excuse me? What have you got on? She looked like she was going to Aldi. No effort whatsoever. Don't come to the UK, you know, and think you don't have to pull out your best fur and your best boot. Assalamu alaikum, guys, and I'm saying happy Xmas Eve to all my chosen ones. It is Christmas Eve. We've just took our family photos by the tree, which we do every single year, and I thought, right, as everything's done in the house, before I go and season the fish for tomorrow, because we're having Christmas at Mum's tomorrow with the family, and I'm going to do the lobster, the brown stew fish, the fried fish, and the coleslaw. They get nothing more out of me than that. So, as you're aware, I went to London for the R&B Xmas Ball. We went last year, which was the first one, which was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Believe me, anyone that went knows that I even... What did the kids say today? Cap in. I'm not. It was amazing. Honestly, it was amazing. So, we went to London. Obviously, had a disastrous trip down. Obviously, I didn't get to show you guys all of the footage because I deleted some of it. But it was torture on the motorway. It took forever and a day to get there. And everything was all rushed. So, but... we made it in the end. So, concerts come. I didn't manage to make it to the arena on time to see Horace Brown. To be fair, I'm not really a fan. I don't really know much of his songs. I probably know about one or two. So I weren't really too pressed about missing Horace Brown. And just as I was walking down the aisles, Case came on. Literally, I was like, babe, Case is on, hurry up. I love Case. I love Case. You know I love Mr. Joe Thomas. He's my husband. Obviously, I've got a husband, but he's my husband, yeah. And obviously, you know, he's done cover tunes with Joe. So, you know, if he's done tunes with Joe, he's got to be great. But he sounded amazing. Case sounded like the CD. He put on a show. He was so good. And you know what? He played his bangers. He made sure he played the tunes that everyone knows, everyone loves from his catalogue. And he didn't play around with what he thinks the people will like. He played what he knows has worked, right? And he was so good. And basically what I've gathered is with these kind of like events where they have numerous artists, they tend to... I don't know if they do it based on how much record sales you've had or what your net worth is. I think they do it like that, or how relevant you are right now. So what tends to happen is the one with the least, I don't know, like exposure or the least record sales tends to go first, and it then builds up from there, and then you'll have your headliners at the end. So you had Horace Brown first. Then it was Case, but I just believe that Case should have been at the bottom, because let's keep SWV one side for a second. He's got tunes, you know, and you know what? I find that the ones that they say that should open up the show, should warm up the show, I feel like they're so thankful and grateful to have this opportunity again, to become relevant again, to play in a big arena again. They take it really seriously. Like, you can tell they've rehearsed, you can tell that they've trained themselves to make sure that they don't flop or anything like that. It shows in their performance that they have, that they want to give us a show. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you forgot about them before, they're going to make sure you remember them now. And that's the vibe that I get, right? Me being a big R&B and slow jam and souls fan, like literally since when I was young, my mum has been playing soul. Trust me, it's been, oh my God, I'm not going to cry. The man left me. Oh my God, I'm heartbroken. I'll never find somebody else. My world's ending. I'm so depressed. I grew up with them songs. Believe me, my man left me. I'm so in love. I don't know what to do with myself. I grew up on them songs. So I know a good old slow jam and a good old R&B tune. Anywho. So we're going to leave Case because Case was fantastic. It was amazing. Now, that's Case done. So we're going to move on. Who was next after Case? It was Pretty Ricky. Now, when I seen Pretty Ricky on the lineup, I wasn't too pressed, too bothered, because I know ultimately I was going to see Jodeci in Case, right? SWV wasn't on the bill initially. It was Horace Brown, Case, Pretty Ricky, TGT, and Jodeci. That was the original lineup. No Mr. Sweat and no SWV, right? So Pretty Ricky weren't really too fussed because I was ready to scream for Jodeci and do all of this and forget that my hijab was on and go wild, right? That was what I was looking to do. But obviously Jodeci didn't come. Next story. So Pretty Ricky's come on. Just like I said with the rest, they did put on a show. They were really good. They were phenomenal. I must say, they really, like, you couldn't really fault the vocals or anything on their stage presence and their performance at all. It was really, really good. However, I don't really know much of Pretty Ricky's songs, you know. I think I know one, Baby Grind on Me. I don't know them. I've heard them. Even the name alone just makes me think, Pretty damn Ricky. Who the hell's Pretty Ricky? I thought it was one person. All these years, I thought Pretty Ricky was one person, you know. I didn't realise it was a whole band. I've never even seen one of their music videos. They do look really different, though. One member looks exactly the same, like he's been stuck in a freezer, like he's not aged at all. It looks exactly the same, just that his locks are a bit longer. He's the one that was taking off the shirt and showing the abs and doing all the whining and all that stuff. Because obviously you can. And then you had the other member, didn't look too bad. And then you had one, what was his name? I think Baby Blue, he said. Can't remember. Anyway, I couldn't even catch it on camera because you never know what these people are going to say, you know. And I wish I had just kept my camera rolling. Oh, by the way, my phone rolling, because on our way into the the Amex lounge, they were like, oh, you can't take your camera in. But really, they didn't check my bag. So I should have, it's so small, I should have kept it in my bag because the quality of the footage would have been better. However, it's fine. But guess what happened with that? Sorry, 99 stories in one, but you used to me by now. What happened with that? Gave the girl the camera. She gave us a ticket to collect it when we come out of the lounge, right, later on. As I'm editing the video today, we noticed that they turned our camera on, and I don't think they realised, like, no, they did realise, but they were playing with it, and then when they realised it was recording, they went, ooh, oh, shoot, and then just cut it off, right? You know I'm sending them an email. I didn't give you my equipment piece to play with it and start searching for my photos or my footage. That's what I gave it to you for. So, hubby's already got onto O2 about the staff, right? Because it's just not right, and it's the principle of the matter. Anyway, swiftly moving on. So, back to Baby Blue, I think his name is, from Pretty Ricky. He looked completely different. They had the visuals in the background, right? And some of the visuals, like one particular song, I don't know the song, but one particular song, they played the music video in the background from that song. So I'm looking at the screen trying to figure out who's who. Because guess what? They look so different, bar the one. So I'm trying to figure out, well, who's this kid here with the locks and the hair up and whatever, and he looks quite round, right? Couldn't figure him out. He looks so different, but he did disclose that, guys, I'm on probation. I'm not long come out of jail, and I had to speak to my probation officer to make sure I could make it here tonight, whatever, you know, to make sure I could be here for you guys. And I thought, you know what? Flowers to you, bouquet. Because he made it happen at the end of the day. He made it happen. He wanted to play for us and he wanted to do a good job, and they've done a phenomenal job. Then after them, it was SWV. SWV visual, they didn't give the same show and they didn't do the same lineup, to be fair, because obviously they've got a huge catalogue, so they've got quite a few songs to choose from. I think they only sang, maybe, obviously they're going to sing Week. The only thing I would say about SWV, obviously they looked amazing, obviously they sounded amazing, but when it comes to Week, you know, Mrs. Coco, that everyone's waiting for you to do that high note. They're waiting for it. And usually what she does is, as Lily and Taja entertain the crowd, she will go off, get herself prepared, drink her water, get ready, and she will come back midway through that song and drop that note. So much that, was it my cousin? I think my cousin said like, oh, they didn't sing Week. And I said, do you know what? They actually did. But the reason why you didn't notice it is because the note wasn't sang. Like, you can't come sing Week, you know, and not like bellow out that note. You need to. So that's the only criticism that I've got for SWV. They were okay, but I don't know if it's because I've seen them so recently, 12 months ago, where I weren't really too hyped about it. But I didn't record much at SWV. I was just like, okay. I knew that Taj was going to do the same old routine. Oh, I'm thirsty. Oh, guy comes on, brings her a bottle of water. Guys, I'm so thirsty. My son hates when I do this. Drinks the water, drinks it all in one gulp, sucks the bottle till it shrinks, and then turns around to the crowd and says, oh, this is how you stay married for 25 years or 20 whatever years. You know, this is how you keep a man. Now, when I first seen the act, I was like, yes, girl. But if you've seen them already, then you're like, no, please change it up a little bit, please. But then again, for the people that haven't seen them, they probably want to see it. So I really don't have much to say about SWV. You know, they looked great. The visuals this year. Last year, the visuals were good, but this year, the visuals were amazing. The visuals was amazing. Like, they had, obviously it changed throughout the set, but there was one particular part of the set where they had all the images from back in the day and certain music videos that they're done from early days, all on the screen. So good. So they were great. Okay, so let's move on to TGT, Tyrese, Tank, and no, Tyrese, Genuine, and Tank. I'm not a fan of Tank, if I'm honest. Yes, he's wrote some good songs for other people that I do like, but him individually as an artist is not really my cup of tea. Genuine, oh bless Grandpa Genuine, oh bless him. You know, he's got some alright songs that are okay, like 3 songs, right? 3 hits, something like that. It's okay, but it's not so. I've seen him in concert numerous times, meaning he was a part of the lineup, but I didn't go there specifically for him. But it was a part, just like now, it was a part of the lineup. He definitely wasn't a headliner. I've not seen him as a headliner. No way. Now, Tyrese, never seen Tyrese in concert. This was the first time. He's not, like I said, is before about the rest. I like his music to play my house or whatever. He's got some good hits. But he's not somebody that I'd be like, right, I've got to see Tyrese. It's just not for me, right? But I'm not going to take away from the fact that he's a great vocalist. In terms of like performance and stage, he's just so arrogant. He's so arrogant. Tyrese is just so self-centered and arrogant. Like it's about him. It was basically about him. The show was him. It was a Tyrese show. That's what it was. It was a Tyrese show. So anyway, they've come on stage now. First things first, when they come on stage, I'm looking like, I know you ain't just rocked up like you're running to Sainsbury's. Excuse me? What have you got on? Obviously, don't get it twisted, you know. What he had on, you still look at the brother and think, do you know what? You're still fine, yeah? But not for the R&B Xmas show. No. Especially when you went last year and it was like a running theme, bar Monica. But that's another story. She looked like she was going to Aldi. No effort whatsoever. Don't come to the UK, you know, and think you don't have to pull out your best fur and your best boots. Don't come like you're going to Aldi. But anyway, I already done cussed about Monica on the phone to people last year. So anyway, Yeah, so last year they had like a theme, so everyone knew that, you know, even the audience, people in the audience, us guests, trust me, some of the grown people came dressed like sequins blazer, ready for the Xmas ball. And likewise, the artists came dressed to the theme, whether it was like Christmas colours like gold and black or red and sparkles and sequins. Honestly, they really did make an effort, and the guys had the suits on and everything. It was really great. But this year I was like, on the poster, the advertisement poster, you see TGT in their white tux and their bow tie and just looking hella yummy, right? So I'm expecting that they're going to come in their seats and take off the blazer and unbutton the shirt and just do all the sexiness, yeah? Because we're grown people here, I can say this. But Tyrese pops out like he's going to Sainsbury's. He dressing like Kanye West. I love Kanye West's style, by the way, because I said in my previous vlog, I'm very eclectic, and things that normal people wouldn't like, I tend to like it. So I love Yeezy, I love his style, I like it. The weirdness is for me, the weirdness does it for me. So, but he was dressed like Kanye West, and I just don't think it was fitting for the event. Not when I've seen you look better. How are you taking a nice photo like that for the poster, but you want to rock up and we're expecting suit and everything? They even had roses, and I'm just like, the roses meant to be you know, because they do all that like sexy romantic songs and stuff, and you're going to give somebody a rose, but you're just coming in your baseball cap, your hood up. Where are you going? No, I wasn't impressed. So then Genuine comes out now, and he was just as bad. He had on like a red checkered waistcoat that come like up to like his waist, but then the tassels came from the waist down to like his knee. I said, where did he even find that? Where did he find that waistcoat? Nah, it wasn't nice. And then he had a baseball cap on, and nah. So they've come on stage now, and they're like, oh, they're probably wondering why there's only two of us here. I said, don't tell me Tank didn't turn up. Not that I care about Tank, but come on. People that actually TTG's fans that came here to see the trio. Now, I believe Tank should have came on, whether it's social, whether it was Instagram Live, and just said, guys, guess what? Unfortunately, look where I'm stuck. I'm here, and I want to be there with you guys, but I'm stuck in Chicago. I didn't expect Tyrese and Genuine to come tell us that Tank's not here because he's stuck in Chicago. He would love to be here, but he's stuck in Chicago. Excuse me, it takes literally 5 seconds to go onto Instagram Live and let everybody know. I think a lot of people would have preferred that. They would have appreciated that. But oh no, you've got to come bouncing on here talking about he's stuck in Chicago. Anyway, this is where the arrogance come in. I feel like Tyrese thinks he's so special and so amazing that you don't have to rehearse. No, you do need to rehearse, mate. Yeah, you do. Because you've got on the stage and winged it. You could tell they were winging it. We didn't pay for winging. We paid for you to do a production, right? They came on and winged it. They were like, oh, so what we're going to do? Are you going to do a song? Am I going to do a song? Let's do a versus battle. For one, you can't do a versus battle with Genuine. Usually when it's versus, it's the people that are on the same page, on this, like, got the same record sales, the same catalogue of music, so they can go on the same level, so that when they're going back and forth, it's equal and it's fair, and then you got the fair winner. You can't do a versus against Genuine, because come on, let's face it, Genuine has about 3 hits. 3 hit songs. Every time I've seen him perform, he'll do the 3 hit songs, and he can't do nothing more than that because he ain't got no other hits. So it's unfair. So anyway, Genuine, no, I can't remember if Tyrese started first or Genuine, but Tyrese being Tyrese, he couldn't help but mention Baby Boy. Obviously, everyone's going to go crazy because, you know, he was phenomenal in Baby Boy, and he was very cute, right? Very cutesy and very demure back then, right? As Wintermay would say. And he mentioned Fast and Furious. Why? Then he mentioned his Coca-Cola ad, obviously. We all know the Coca-Cola ad. He was definitely giving. But still, he just didn't need to. So obviously the crowd was screaming and going crazy. So he had that as well on over Genuine. Do you know what I mean? So when Genuine done his song, can't remember which song it was, but he done his song, he sang basically all the song, and then Tyrese stood waiting like this. What? Are you really going to do all the song? Because I've not rehearsed nothing. And then Tyrese does his song. Then Genuine was like, do you know what? You might as well do another song. You might as well do another song. So Tyrese done about 3 songs back to back. Because remember, Genuine doesn't have, they can't go back and forth because they don't have enough. So it turned out in the end being a Tyrese show. That was it. It was all about Tyrese. There was a time when obviously Genuine's vocals are not the best. They're not like how it sounds on the CD or when you're playing it in your car, your house. It really doesn't sound the same. Tyrese sounded really good. Obviously the performance were amazing, but he sounded good. He did a good job. I just didn't like the disorganization and the discombobulation of the whole set because they did not rehearse. And even like usually, I'm sure when they, obviously I have a cousin that's in the music industry. She's very successful, and I have been around when she has recorded an album and been in studio with her. So I'm fully aware, and I've been to numerous other shows. I'm fully aware that that mic check makes a difference because each of the mics will be tested and adjusted according to them. They won't just pick up a random mic. You could tell compared to the other artists is that you are not done sound check. And you, okay, Tank's not here, and you might have rehearsed for the trio, but now you're a duo, what you's gonna do? Don't come on stage and wing it. They started off with a TTG song, I think 1 or 2 of them. I don't know them, so it was neither here or there. It's only when they mentioned like, right, you know, we're gonna do some of our solo stuff, you know, we've done the TTG thing. I was like, all right, oh, you done it? I didn't even know. But yeah, so anyway, Genuine, he didn't sound that great. And you know what? Tyrese is a really horrible band member. He's really bad because he kept laughing after him. We kept catching him laughing after Genuine, not in a good way. Why are you laughing after him? Like taking the mic. And then Genuine went into the crowd. And then he was still bending up, you know, like, oh my God, this guy. And then he sang, what song was it? One of the songs that he wrote for Aaliyah. And he sang it a cappella. And I kid you not, Tyrese was stood on the stage laughing. Because obviously it didn't sound that good. And he obviously felt like he was doing a good job. But he really was not doing a good job. He really wasn't. Bless his cotton socks. But it was definitely a Tyrese show. It was almost like Genuine was just there to be their sake. I don't know. So after TTG, then obviously Uncle Sweat came on. Obviously his visuals, his dances, his performance was really good. For someone of his age, I cannot fault it. He put a lot of effort. You can tell he's rehearsed into a production. He definitely gave us a production. And he done a couple of outfit changes as well. The only gripe, well, 2 gripes that I've got is he should have started off with his bangers. He should have started off with the songs that everybody knows and loves that has been hits, right? He should have started off with them. Don't start off with these songs that nobody don't know, probably 1 or 2 people in the audience, and they sound like they were from the 80s. Give me like a Prince vibe. No, it wasn't given for me. And he done a couple of them before we got to the nitty gritty. Before we got to like, yeah, oh yeah, remember this song? It was like, huh? Next gripe. I just think some of the things are just inappropriate, you know, because I look at him like an uncle. It's like my uncle on stage grinding. He was like doing the most with the dancers. These dancers are young as well, you know. He was great. Listen, he was there doing routine, you know, bless his cotton socks. He would do the whole, he didn't miss his steps. He'd done the whole routine. But when he started winding up down to the ground, why is it? He must have said something like, yeah, all my parts still work. I was like, ah! I didn't even get to catch it on camera. I kid you not. I was like, ah! No, we didn't just say that. Oh God, no. Uncle Sweat, please, no. Don't say that to me. No, you're making me cringe. It's like my uncle. Nah, I don't want to know if your bits still work, uncle. No. No, thank you. No, thanks. Uncle was there grinding up the place, you know, bless him. His vocals are not amazing. Do you know what it is? Obviously, we know his songs and we know that he's not the best singer. When he was in the group with Johnny Gill and I think it's Gerald Levette or whatever, right? And obviously, as a trio, they sound phenomenal. They've got some amazing songs, right? But obviously, as an individual, yes, his songs are good, but vocally, he's not the best vocalist. So live, it was just like, no, I don't like his voice. I'm not a fan. But he done a good show. But after a while, I was just like, no, I've had enough of this. I've got to leave. I've never left the concert early. I've never left the concert halfway through the main act, the headlining act. I was like, he probably done more bangers after that, but I had enough. I had enough. I was like, do you know what? I think it's time for me to go. So I ended up leaving and going into the Amex Lounge, and we had a good old party there. So I didn't stay for the ending of Uncle Sweat's set. I just couldn't do it. I was just like, no, thank you. No, it's not for me, bless him. It's not for me. Right, you'll notice that I'm not ripping him too much, right? Because God won't allow me to do that. I feel too bad. I can't. It's just not in me. Especially as I met the guy. Do you know what I mean? I met him and he done his best, but he's not for me. It's cringe fest. Oh God, when he's doing all that winding up and groping, I'm just like, I don't want to look. It's almost like your uncle that's like nearly 70 doing that. He's not somebody that I would say, right, Keith, let's come in, I'm going to get a ticket. No, it's not. So I already was in that mindset. But saying that, he did do a good job in terms of performance and stage presence and how he looked and how he dressed and his dances and everything. He did a good job. He did. And it was weird. Do you know what? I won't say the concert was worth going to. I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't say the concert was worth going to. But I enjoy going away, hotel stay, meeting up with my family and just holding our own little vibe. So in terms of socialising, it was a great social event. But in terms of concert-wise, it was nowhere near like last year. Last year was 10-10. This year was like 5. But I definitely feel like Case should have been up as a headliner. He should not have been warming the crowd up. The out of order. The bright and the out of order. Believe me. And Tyrese with his damn cocky self. Him so cocky and arrogant. Yeah, it was his show. Remember I told you it was his show. Oh. And he did. And you didn't look good neither. Oh. He still looked the same though. Not aged. Not good. He does look good. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, so that's my take on the R&B Xmas ball. 5. Now my mum's calling me. Shaz, can I call you back after I've done my vlog? I'll call you back. Alright. Why is she calling me with gossip? What is wrong with her? Anyway. Yeah, so as I was saying, last year was a 10-10. This year was a 5 out of 10. Next year, let's hope TCO, what is it? TCOG group? TCO group? Whatever they're called. I hope they get it right next year because this year I wasn't too impressed. I really wasn't too impressed at all. Even though, I'm going to say it again, Keith Sweat does have bangers. He does have some sing-alongs, but it's just the fact of, I listen to it in my house. I listen to it in my car. I'm happy with that. I don't want to see you on no damn stage. I don't, but I don't want to rip him too much. I really don't want to rip him. I really don't. Do you know what? We were coming out of the lobby and I took my photo with Uncle Sweat and he was so lovely. He really was. I took it for you guys. He was so lovely and so gracious. And when I walked away, I felt bad. I was like, do you know, I can't even do a story time and rip Uncle Sweat. I really can't. Like, my heart won't allow me to do that to him. It just can't. So you're not getting that out of me, guys. You're really not. But he was okay. That's what I can say. He was okay. For all the fans that love him will obviously think he was phenomenal. But he done a good job. He put the work in. For somebody of his age, he did put the work in. I must say. He did. He did. But he was so gracious. So lovely, so willing as well. He's just like, oh, come. Yeah, take a photo. I was like, oh, thank you. Uncle Sweat. Still my uncle. Yeah. And soon I'll be going to see Auntie Mary J. Blige. What? Talk to me. Anyway, guys, that's it. I just thought I'd give you a quick little catch up about the concert. Obviously, a lot of the stuff is a little bit fuzzy because time has passed, but I've told you all what I could remember of it. It was okay. There was a few empty seats as well. May I add that before I go? I've never been to a concert and there's any empty seats. Not all of them. The arena was full, and it was a larger arena, bigger than Wembley. Last year it was at Wembley. It was full, but there were like a couple, empty seats. I don't know if people bought tickets and then didn't turn up or they didn't sell. I really don't know. But yeah, you didn't miss nothing much, to be honest. But Case was amazing. Can't replace my husband Joe, but Case was amazing. Absolutely amazing. He was my favourite of the night. Believe me, he was my favourite. And then I'll say SWV. He was my favourite. But anyway, I'm going to leave you with that, guys. I'm going to go downstairs and have movie. Oh, let me fix my hijab, guys. Sorry. Oh, God. I've not taped it down. It will move. That's okay. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm going to watch a movie with the children and the husband, and we're going to chill out for the evening, and we'll see you tomorrow for Vlogmas. Thank you for joining me on a quick catch up, and I will see you in another Vlogmas. First things first, before I go, can you just give me a round of applause, please? Because apart from missing maybe 1 or 2 days because I was at a funeral and then I was at the concert, I have dedicated myself to at least giving you a vlog every single day by them 2 days, and I feel really proud of myself. So I'm going to give myself some flowers and I'm going to clap for myself. Anyway, right, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in another Vlogmas, right? Walaikum salam and chura.